Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have a crazy matchup between Tribe Gaming and Activit-E in the Pinnacle Cup. So let's go ahead and check out the live cast between me and Woody covering this war. All right, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the live war between Tribe Gaming and Activit-E here in the Pinnacle Cup. I'm going to be co-casting this with Woody, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you guys go show the support to Woody. I'll link his information down in the description of this video. I hope you guys enjoy the live attacks, which I normally do over on my live stream. Make sure to follow my Twitch down in the description as well, so you guys can watch all these live and everything kind of behind the scenes as well for the live stream. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the video. All right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Itsu is in with the first attack here, and we are having the Queen charge into a Miner Hog hybrid attack. Woody, we've seen a lot of this at Talent 13.
Queen charge into Miner Hog, a 3-star attempt to be sure. Itsu, the star for this Tribe Gaming team. He was actually able to grab that 3-star in the very first attack in the previous war that we casted together. Really high hopes for him this time. We've got a maxed out base at level 20. Grand Champion, what's it called? The Royal Champion is ready to defend out here on the left side. Raged up Archer Queen charging into the space. Looking good so far.
Yeah, the Queen's making her charge in. She can reach this Eagle Artillery as long as she continues to walk down. Should not be a problem. And then the Clan Castle hasn't been pulled yet. Wonder if she's going to pull out this Clan Castle, and then you're going to see potentially a Siege Barracks up at 12 o'clock. And then the Miners and Hogs come in between that to make their way towards that Town Hall. But this is an interesting, I mean, it's not too common of a base. One that you might see not in these types of wars here, but the Queen's taking care of the Royal Champion, now going to take care of the Lava Hound and Ice Golem. And then
pulls the CC,
Yep,
with
indeed.
Poison nabs all of those. That Royal Champion can really dish out a ton of damage, so great job to Itsu there, taking her down and keeping this Queen charge looking strong. Poison's right there. He doesn't have but a couple of heal spells, though, and there's still quite a bit of damage on the backside he's going to worry about. Fortunately, though, that single target Inferno is still pretty far away from this Queen. She should be safe on the approach.
Yep. There's no way the Queen's going to get anywhere near that single target in front of him. The Hogs are coming in. The Queen still has her ability. He's going to probably have to pop the Queen ability right there. He's moving in, pops the Grand Warden as well through the Town Hall to protect them all. The Queen's going through that. Scattershot's going to be maybe locking onto the Miner. Oh, one of the Hogs right there. Drops a freeze, but that single target Inferno isn't going to take down the Royal Champion. And the Royal Champion's ability does go off, and it helps take and a little bit of damage on that Scattershot, but this is looking really strong from Itsu. Tons of Miners and Hogs left, and that Queen is just barely goes down right there, but I think he's got plenty in this attack, Woody.
An earth-shattering, dominant performance from Itsu, just absolutely obliterating this base. The Hogs and Miners will not be denied, storming through and knocking down for 3 stars in the very first hit here. Tribe Gaming off to a fantastic start. That Royal Champion really dishing out a ton of damage over on that right side and just kind of barely surviving through that single target Inferno. But look how many troops are left at the end, and over 30 seconds left. Itsu has really dealt a heavy blow to the Activit-E defenders. I think last time I was more focused on the aerial attacks. We had seen so much Lava Loon in the live events that I was kind of hoping that we would get to see a bit more diversity with Dragons and E-Dragons, and we actually did get to see a few of those attacks, but it seems like ground has been the preferred hit and style, and once again it's going to be Miners and Hogs, this time from Anonymous of Activit-E, using a Queen charge to start things off, and will kind of parry into the second step just as soon as these heroes have done their job on the right side of space.
Yeah, it looks like the Queen's going to be walking towards this Town Hall, and he wants to get the King to run all the way down towards 3 o'clock. Queen continue down the Town Hall. Siege Barracks going to have to set the funnel on the top side, so if this Queen can walk down towards that Town Hall, it's going to be a ton of value. Queen's going in. Out comes the Lava Hound and Archers. And let's see if this Queen actually can get the value that he needs. It's going to slow down a little bit. I don't know if he pulled out the full Clan Castle, but it looks like it's just going to be a few archers that he'll have to deal with after the fact. So we'll have to see if he can get that value there. And he's going to charge in and then send the Miners Hogs right for that Eagle Artillery.
Still a little bit worried about both of those scatter shots still up, and it's going to take a little bit of time to get over to them. The Queen is not going to go kind of into the core of that base just yet. She's looping around the outside with this wall, kind of keeping her separated from the town hall and the rest of this core defenses here. Anonymous spending a lot of time on the early stage of this attack. He's almost halfway through his hit, in fact, and hasn't gotten to deploy those hogs and miners yet.
Yeah, Itsu coming in with the base, is defending, getting the queen to walk around and not go for that town hall to make the pathing a little bit awkward there. Let's see if she's going to loop back for the town hall. There is the freeze coming in. Is she going to still? No, she does loop in for it right there. So we decided to change up the attack here to have the siege barracks come down at 6 o'clock. Hogs and miners are coming in as well. And he's going to have to leave an end on the Eagle Artillery, which is never a good thing. Queen burns her ability, and now she's stuck on a wall there.
Wow, really trying to pop through there, but taking a long time to get it done. Still, we have that Eagle Artillery firing away. The enemy Archer Queen shooting at all these Hog Riders. We get the Grand Warden's Eternal Tome, but it's a little bit lopsided. Gets most of those Hog Riders, but they're still having a bit of trouble as they make their way into the core of the space. That scatter shot is absolutely obliterating these attackers, and they're starting to spread out a bit too much to say that a 3-star is going to be confidently in the bag here. Anonymous has got a solid 2-star hit so far, and he's still pulverizing these defenses, but that multi-target Inferno, and especially the Eagle Artillery standing up, is going to be a big roadblock for him, and it looks like Itsu's defenses are going to hang on, CarbonFin.
Yeah, he used that freeze spell that I don't think ended up actually freezing any of the defenses there. It just was on maybe a Skelly or something, but unfortunately, he wasn't able to keep those miners up in the core. Has the P.E.K.K.A to try to grab as much percent as possible, but that queen not looping in towards that town hall. He had to wait a little bit to confirm that the queen did go and grab the town hall, and then I would have thought he might have wanted to send the miners from the top side to help go for the Eagle Artillery quickly, because that's what happens if you leave that Eagle Artillery up for the end and the Eagle keeps firing down on you. Oh my goodness, he's going to get all those Eagle Artillery shells hitting you, and that is awful, and that will just wreck anything, including the miners and hogs. Yes,
that's the thing you got to remember too. Even if the family has to move out and go do something else, whenever they come back, it's a reunion, just as if like they've never left. So
indeed,
Vale, good to see you here in the chat, man.
But I'm still
Let's get into the next attack now. It's going to be Lexnos from Tribe moving up against iPro from Activit-E. What do you think, Carbon?
We'll see. Lex is coming in with the Queen Walk Miners, but this is going to be Yetis inside this blimp right there to help take that Town Hall down, and indeed it is. The Town Hall is going to go down, pulls out, and activates a Tornado Trap, but that's not too big of a deal, especially with miners, since the Tornado Trap doesn't affect miners when you're coming in. But the Queen is going to start on the outside, going to grab this air defense, going to take care of the Clan Castle, needs to rage her up. Gonna get this poison down on the Skellies, on the Archers. At least he did find one of the skeleton traps there, so the miners won't get stalled up. But then let's see where this Queen's gonna path, because there are 3 single target Infernos on this base here, and maybe he's gonna try to charge this Queen right into the core there, and then maybe have miners come in between.
I see 3 single target Infernos, and I'm thinking that is a base that is just begging to be hit by a mass attack. Miners and hogs, or just only miners. Looks like Lexnos has gone for only miners this time. That right corner was a little bit of a sticky spot there for Lexnos, getting caught up on some of the CC troops there, but now that he's taken it out, he's got a nice little alleyway that this Queen can walk into the base. You want to be wary of traps springing in there and slowing her down. She's taking a lot of damage, and that's going to force out the Queen ability. A little bit strange result, though. She's actually going to walk outside the base, not in toward the center. That's going to be difficult. Oh, actually, never mind. She's looping back in. She might go for that enemy Queen after all.
Yep, she did go back in. He used the free spell on the enemy Queen to help his Queen get that, because the healers did transfer off to the miners there, but they are moving through nicely. He has that top end scatter shot there that the miners have to get through, pulling a bunch of those red air bombs in the core, but he's got miners all over the place. Now the question is, can these miners make it through the back end splash of these wizard towers? I think he's got this one, Woody.
Oh, they are slapping that back end hard, CarbonFin. There is nothing to stop them. Those shovels are just going clink, clink, clink all over those defenses. Nothing to finish this base off except another minute of utter destruction. Lexnos on the rampage this time. Wasn't quite as decisive as the one that we saw before, but hey, it doesn't matter. As long as you get that 3-star, the 100% in the book, you can go home happy, and that's what Lexnos is going to be doing. It's going to be a 6-star to 2-star start so far, and Activit-E going to be reeling from these first couple of attacks. Really need to get a 3-star up on the board here and now if they even just want to survive this war, Carbon.
But now we have the next attack coming in from Activit-E. They're hidden Eve check with Also, a kind of a queen walk, queen charge into the hybrid using the blimp. I'm going to have a Yetis come out of this as well. He's going to try to potentially take out that scatter shot. Can he do it? Can he skip onto it? Looks like he's damaged. Took out the air defense. One more. Is he going to get the scatter? And the scatter does go down. Wow, that was definitely a nice value from the blimp right there.
Heavy-handed strike, just stabbing right into the gut of this base. I don't know how to say his name. I'm going to say Oil de Merlu for Activit-E. Gets a great start for this raid, but pays a pretty heavy price to get that hit in. He's coming back in. I feel like it's deja vu. Hogs and miners, hogs and miners, hogs and miners are the order of the day so far. Grabbing 3 stars a couple of times for Tribe, and Oil de Merlu is confident that he can do the same here up against... how do I describe this space, CarbonFin? I think it's Eagle and Archer Queen centric is the most important facet of it. Those two really heavily protected there in the core of the base, but also a ground X-bow, scatter shots kind of spread out along the exterior of the base, making it a little bit difficult to kind of find any one angle of attack. He's actually going to wind up splitting up his heroes now to provide a little bit more of a funneling job to make sure that those miners and hogs stay on kind of this top right to bottom left sweep. Do I have that right, CarbonFin?
Yeah, he's wanting to get all these troops, the miners, hogs, right in between here. The queen is actually on the top side.
Queen.
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, there is no wall breakers. This is not looking too bad here. As long as these hogs and miners can continue to go through the core, this is looking really strong for a potential 3-star. I mean, he's got a freeze spell. He just popped the king ability, still has the queen, and still has the royal champion. I think this one is crushed. What a beautiful attack here. Even though that there are some hogs and scallies in the core there, that's not going to stop him. Pops that queen ability with about a minute left in the raid. That is going to be a 3-star for Activit-E right there. That Sui blimp with the rage and the raging up those Yetis, and I'm telling you, he took out that scatter shot with the value right there, which was huge, so you didn't have to worry about that in the core. And beautiful attack right there, getting the triple on Evechak.
That champion just has been a huge addition to the offensive power of this game, and something that I hadn't really appreciated, especially when she was kind of just like level 5, level 10 in the early weeks when I was playing around with her. Once she gets up to level 20, she is a monster. CarbonFin.
The royal champion is huge. Be able to jump over those walls with your troops, especially the hogs, in so many attacks, including another one right here coming in with the hybrid. But he decides to take a jump in here. Let's see what Nick can do. Is he going to be able to jump right into this town hall, take that down, or is he going to decide to jump somewhere else, maybe into this multi and scatter shot here? It looks like that's where he's going to want to get the jump. Pops the king, finds some skelly, so that's going to help not slow up the miners when they move through. There is the jump spell coming through. The P.E.K.K.A. is being used nicely right there to help set that funnel. But now he's going to have to probably drop a rage. He does. Might have to freeze the scatter right here. Hopefully he doesn't have to pop the ability. He's moving in. He's going to take out to the air defense. And he's going to move his way through, go for the multi. Drops another rage. Okay, looking pretty good. As long as he gets this value here, then we're going to probably see the miners hogs come straight for that town hall.
Yeah, no freeze in this arsenal. Just holding on to a poison spell to try to drop down that queen and maybe the royal champion sitting there in the center of the space. A couple of rage spells have been used up now, and he's only got a couple of heal spells now left for these hogs and miners in the backside, but that seems to often be enough. Just 2 heal spells is sufficient to get through most of these spaces, even with a lot of multi-target and splash damage defenses on the opposite end of the space, and Nick has indeed got a lot of that. Those 2 multi-target infernos up in the top and kind of top left compartments, protected on all sides from wizard towers and scatter shots, and an eagle artillery kind of on the opposite end there. It's going to be a tricky base to crack, but Nick certainly has got a good round of the chamber. He's firing away right now.
Oh man, look at all these miners and hogs going through, especially with that rage spell. Got through that eagle artillery so fast right there. Still has the royal champ ability. He is moving his way through.
Oh, double giant bombs on those hogs at the right side, though.
Oh my goodness, I didn't see that. But he still has the royal champ, has her ability. The queen's going to work on the multi-target inferno. This is looking still strong. This is going to be a potentially 3 for 3 for Tribe Gaming here. Going to take out that cannon. And yes, 45 seconds left in the raid. That's going to be another 3-star for a Tribe Gaming. What a beautiful attack coming in, jumping into that first section with the multi and the scatter shot, sending the miners right in between. Plenty of time left. What a beautiful hit. Tribe Gaming is 3 for 3. Starting off this war here. What a beautiful job. 2 more attacks. Let's see what they can do. But Activit-E really needs to respond if they want to have a chance. They are looking for the whole try to put up some defense, but they need triples of their own. Can Activit-E start it off right here on Lex's base? And he comes in with a Sui Lalo and 2 skeleton spells. There are 3 single target Infernos on the back end. Oh my goodness, there's 3 singles and 3 ground expos. He's just asking for an air attack, but is that going to try to bait an air attack for a bunch of air skeletons? I don't know. We'll have to see. Pops his king ability here. He's going to run around. The baby dragon is over on the bottom side. This base looks a little familiar. I remember it from around like the Town Hall 12 Cup, but maybe he adjusted it a little bit here. We'll see the queen going and charging her way in. Going to take out this royal champion maybe with one more shot. And the royal champion does go down. And now he is dropping his royal champion over towards the top side here, Woody.
That single target Inferno at the bottom corner is MVP on defense. It has now burned up both the Barbarian King and the Archer Queen. iPro having a lot of trouble cracking into this base. And the second stage now underway, trying to get out on top of this Town Hall and kind of finish off the first star early on so he doesn't have to worry so much about it. But running into trouble once again. Those ground expos are shredding through these Yetis. They finally managed to get the Town Hall down, but just barely get.
Wow, he was still able to get that Town Hall down.
Really tough.
Yeah, I mean, he pulled a bunch of SAMs right near that Town Hall, and that's what Lex. I know Lex is a pro at using that Yeti blimp, so that's probably what he was trying to defend against. But the Yeti was still able to take it down, even though he didn't even activate it. One Yeti, that is absolutely crazy under rage, but now let's see what he can do. He drops the freeze on the Wizard Tower on the top side. He's hasting around. He has just the 1 queen, but there are going to be 3 ground expos and scatter shots onto those skellies, but through the Grand Warden ability, he's trying to race through. He unfortunately doesn't have anything on the left side, and the balloons are just pathing all weird right now. He's going to have them come back around. Are they going to be able to get through the scatter shot? I don't think so. This is going to be so tough. Oh, man.
Balloons popped left and right. iPro's early strike didn't get much value, and the follow-up on the back left end failed to account for those scatter shots, just blowing them out of the sky. You know, like 3, 4, 5 going down just from one scatter shot blast after the other. That Lava Hound up on defense for Lexnos, going to be able to take down that wizard now and kind of finish it off, but just shows that there was not a whole lot of offensive firepower here, even with a Lava Hound into CC, kind of trying to counterfeit that with an aerial attack. He wasn't able to get the job done here. An 82% 2-star gets a clap, but not the 3rd clap. Got to hold on to that one for the 3. And with Activit-E now having 2 2-star hits up on the board, it seems like they are slipping away from having any chance at victory.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hex is coming in with the Yetis. Decided to use the blimp first onto the single target Inferno. Drops the rage, takes out the air defense, the single. Gonna skip and also take out the cannon. And let's see where these Yetis go. Gonna take out the Archer Tower and maybe even the air defense up there. I can't tell. Oh, maybe. It's taking some damage, so the Yeti mites will only come out when they start taking damage. And he's moving in. And the air defense does go down. My goodness. And even the bomb tower? Okay, no, the bomb tower didn't go down, but wow. Now he's going to have to deal with the clan castle, and I mean, if he can charge his way through, there's a ton of value on the top side.
Value overwhelming. Unfortunately for Hex, he keeps that Archer Queen kind of out of the range of most of those defenses. Mortar's firing away, but that's not going to do anything anytime soon. Royal Champion does get to stab down that baby dragon, clearing a path over on the right side of this base, but it's not going to be any problem for Hex. He's got the value he was looking for there. He's even going to send in a couple of building targeting troops just to kind of knock down that mortar and give a little bit of coverage for these wall breakers. They crack into the first layer, and here we go. Hex about to grab that 1st star and start his march. Historically dominant Hex from Tribe Gaming, looking for this Yeti smash. Have we seen Yeti smash so far this war? I don't think so, right? This is the first one.
I don't think we've seen a Yeti one with the bowlers in here as he's charging his way through. The bowlers are getting a ton of skip value. Royal Champions on the top side, moving through. The jump is going to get through the back end Oh my goodness, the King's actually still up. Tesla Farm's on the top side. This is looking really strong here. That single target Inferno, the Queen can pop her ability over and take that down. Oh my goodness, Yeti's going to take down that Grand Warden altar. Here comes the scatter shot. Queen pops her ability, and Royal Champion pops her ability. I think this is going to be a 3-star as well for Tribe Gaming. Going to be starting and kicking it off, going 4 for 4. It's looking pretty good here if these Yetis can continue to go through here. The King's moving around that top side. I mean, I think he's got enough.
My God, that man had a family. Anonymous just getting wiped out as Hex has done it again for Tribe Gaming.
Oh boy.
Talk about tic-tac-toe. That's not even going to be enough for these boys. They are going all the way to Connect 4 now against Activit-E. 1, 2, 3, 4 in a row now.
Yep.
Tribe Gaming has got to be the name on everyone's minds watching this war and looking forward to the championship for this year. They came in a very respectable top 3 position, but will they be the team to beat starting off with our first championship qualifiers? And when is that going to be? In April, I think it's going to be the first one. We just got the announcement for it recently.
Yeah, they actually start up this month here in February, kind of the qualifiers to qualify. But that's a 3-star from Hex as well. Another triple coming in, 4 for 4 for Tribe Gaming. But here we go. We have Activit-E coming in on their next attack, coming in with the hybrid. And we're going to see a Queen charge into the single target. No, maybe she's going to charge at the Town Hall. It does have 9 wall breakers. Oh, good luck. And where is he going to try to break? There's the first one. Pulls a small bomb. And he's not going to drop these healers because if he does... Oh, drops another bomb. Oh, my goodness. Oh, he's trying. Oh, no. He had 9 wall breakers. And he doesn't... Oh, my goodness. Hex, your base. The 9 wall breakers, unfortunately, not able to break the wall. Oh man, I feel that pain.
Carbon, their name is Wall Breakers. Why won't they break the wall? That's what your name is.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. The pain is real. That pain is real. I feel so bad. I've done that so many times. I've lost count. But now let's see if we can try to adapt on the fly here, because he has no way to get the Queen into the base because no more wall breakers, Woody. What are you gonna do?
That's pretty tough. That's gonna be a yikes for me, dog. I don't know. They're just kind of sliding off of this base like rain on a recently treated wooden deck. You know, that nice cedar smell kind of coming off as you gaze in awe and appreciation of the amazing construction that you've done. Whether it's a backyard deck or whether it's a beautiful base in Clash of Clans, you get a pretty similar warm feeling in your heart. And I know that Hex has got to be very proud of his base holding up. Not only did he not crack through that inner layer wall to get to the Town Hall, he didn't even crack through the outer layer wall.
Yep.
It was just wow.
Yeah, and now he's sending the Hogs straight for the Town Hall. He did send 1 miner to help activate it. Pops the Grand War Internal Tome. He's going to get the 2 stars right here at this point, but that Queen not getting any of the value that he wanted, getting picked off by that single target over on the right side. He has the miners and Hogs coming through now. They are making their way towards that Eagle Artillery. He's trying to get there as quick as possible. Hogs coming out of the Siege Barracks, going to help join up towards the top side. I mean, if that Town Hall did go down and if he was able to save that Grand War Internal Tome for that core, this could have been an absolutely crushed base, because look at how much value he's still got in this attack. In about 37 seconds, if that Queen only got... Wait a second. Does he still have a chance here? The miners are moving through. No way. No way.
Don't let this man distract you from the fact that just months ago, Lexnos broke through 3 layers of walls.
Wait a second.
Just 6 wall breakers.
Oh my goodness. Did he just turn this around for a 3-star? No way. That is the power of this hybrid attack. What the heck? He just 3-starred this base. I am speechless.
My mouth is agape.
So he completely failed every one of his wall breaks. Yeah, he 3-starred. So we're gonna have to go watch that back and figure out what just happened, because that was pretty crazy. But now we have Eve Check of Tribe Gaming coming in, going for that final attack. Can he get this perfect war? Do you think it's possible? Do you think he'll be able to do it, Woody?
Eve check. I think he's got a solid shot at this. Give him a little bit of credit. He's only up against a not maxed out base even. I see a level 69 for the memes. Barbarian King sitting there up on defense for ZKWA, Zakwa from Activity. We're going to start off with a Warden Walk kind of in the top right corner. They're going to grab a couple of Teslas. Nice little start off there for each check to be able to grab those guys. We have the P.E.K.K.A. Yeti Smash attack with a Siege Barrack to back it up and give a fourth P.E.K.K.A. to this army, fully maxed out for Eve check. 4 Earthquake spells to crack through that center compartment and a jump on top just to make sure that they can kind of swing their way to the far side of this base. He's starting off looking good, but taking a little bit of time to get this thing set up. Let's hope it pays dividends as he finally gets underway with the P.E.K.K.A.s and the Yetis moving into the base.
Yep, the P.E.K.K.A.s Yetis are charging their way through with a jump spell to get into this first multi-target Inferno. The CC has yet to be pulled, saying the King in down here. He's going to make his way towards the Archer Tower, and then he's going to go left towards that Town Hall. Pops the Grand War Internal Tome. He doesn't get the Yetis and the P.E.K.K.A.s there, but he does protect the healers, which is good. Oh, look at this. Pulling the Seeking Air Mine, surviving this. The Town Hall is still not yet been touched. The King should be able to clear that, but he did actually end up opening one wall, so he's hoping these Yetis don't go on the outside. They don't. They stay in the core. Still has the Royal Champion, but the Yetis are moving through. The Queen is in the core. Still has her ability. If he can get the core down, Hogs are probably going to come out of here, and then the Royal Champion can get a ton of value.
And his Queen getting topped back off. Those healers are still sticking right onto her. She's taking some shots from the Barbarian King, but she should be able to survive and keep on going. Might force her ability out there. There it goes from Eve check. He's got a big army of archers now to support this Queen moving along the top side of his base now, and that is going to be a big and heavy hit. Not going to be able to knock down that single target Inferno just in time. It looks like it's going to burn up that Archer Queen, but still a ton of Hog Riders streaming through the space and still a minute left. Eve check has done it!
Yep.
The perfect war from Tribe Gaming, and not just a tic-tac-toe, not connecting 4. It's all 5 down for them. 15 stars and a dominant showing. Tribe Gaming. I feel like I need to go change my end.
Tribe Gaming coming in
down there right now
with a perfect war, ladies and gentlemen. That is 5 for 5 against Activity, and that was a beautiful attack right there coming in. What beautiful execution. And now we have the last attack from Activity, just trying to see if they can add another 3-star to the board against Nick. Let's see if he can do it with the hybrid. Remember, we saw the previous attack for Activity. That did not look good at all, but it still tripled. And let's see if they can do it right here against Nick.
Tribe Gaming's going to go out and get pancakes now because there's no fear left on their side. They've got all 15 stars, and Activity are going to be knocked out of this round. Tribe Gaming to move on, but they've got another chance to show off their defensive prowess here. Nick seeking to hold off against this seemingly impossible Hog Miner army that can just work miracles, recover from the depths of despair, those 3-star hits that Activity so desperately needed. Trying to wall break in here again. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, who cares? You know, you're still probably going to be able to get 3 stars with this hit.
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, wall breakers are, looks like definitely a struggle point for all of us, including Activity here. But, I mean, we've seen it before. Wall breaks don't get through. You still have a chance at 3-starring. But it's just my thought is if you don't bring wall breakers, you can't wall break fail, right, Woody? That's kind of the thought process we should have when we're attacking. I think that's perfect, right?
I think that's a good way of looking at it. And yeah, who cares about the wall breaks if you've got Hog Riders and Miners? They just burrow or jump over them, so it doesn't really matter one way or the other. ZKWA Zakwa from Activity starting off the main stage of this attack now, using that Grand Warden Eternal Tome pretty early on to protect them from that Town Hall going down, but they're going to encounter a multi-target Inferno and are getting pummeled by this Eagle Artillery, just firing away at a massive chunk of troops right there in the core of the space. A big giant bomb's going to go off, but misses most of those miners, fortunately for Zakwa. He still has a shot at this 3-star, but having lost his healers now, it looks like that Archer Queen is not going to have too much more time to go through the rest of the space. A really tricky placement for that scatter shot over in the left side corner is also going to make it kind of difficult for these Hogs to finish off the rest of the space. But if Royal Champion could survive and knock that down, he might still have a shot at it.
I think he got it. The miners were inside the circle of that scatter shot. They're going to be able to overwhelm the single target Inferno, and that's another 3-star for Activity when he failed the wall break. I guess that's what we should learn from this. Just bring wall breakers, make sure you fail, and you still can get a 3-star with the hybrid. So if you guys we're looking for an attack strategy to do, an attack strategy to learn at Town Hall 13, this is one of the strongest, and that's why I definitely highly recommend it. But Tribe Gaming coming away 15-13, a perfect 100% destruction against Activit-E. With they even put up a 93.8. I mean, getting 13 stars and putting up 93%, that's huge. You would think that's gonna pretty much win any of the wars that you're competing in.
I just want to thank you for letting me hop onto your channel and to commentate this match with you. I love getting the chance to see these top level clans in action, and I really appreciate the chance to spend some time with your fans here and get to connect with them a little bit more.
Yeah, thank you so much, Woody, for co-casting this with me. It's a lot of fun. I mean, this is literally like the best teams going at it in a lot of these different leagues, so it's a lot of fun. And remember, you are always more than welcome to join anytime you like. And remember, it gives us a little bit more practice for the qualifiers coming up, and I cannot wait for that, because the last time that we casted, it was before the Town Hall 13 Cup, before we knew that Tribe Gaming won the 65,000. I mean, they're coming in hot. They came away with the perfect war, and I didn't expect a perfect war. I expected some high stars. I was thinking maybe 13 or so, but to put up 15 and go 5 for 5 is something that was totally unexpected. But remember, guys, make sure you guys show some support and love for Woody. All his links will be down in the description for this video, and everyone that's here in the live stream, in the chat, make sure you guys show him the love right now while you can. And I appreciate everything, and hope to do another one very soon, Woody. And that's going to wrap up the video here today, and I want to send a special thanks to Woody. Thank you again for coming onto the channel and doing that co-cast with me. It was a lot of fun. But if you guys enjoyed the video, you guys know what to do. Make sure you guys go and hit that like button, subscribe down below for the daily content, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. CarbonFin signing out. Peace.